welcome to Wrangling. You're now part of the herd. You're here with Tashon.
What
What is your name?
Tashon.
I know
Joseph
your last name.
Hendricks.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix. That's my grandfather.
Oh my god, I love Jimi Hendrix.
That's my great grandfather.
No shot. That's crazy.
Wait, I'm not being serious.
Okay, screw you. What do you mean?
No, if I was related to Jimi Hendrix, I'd be like rich. I'd not be here.
I would not be in Ohio.
I wouldn't. I'd be in like Miami. I want to go to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would not. You think a descendant of Jimi Hendrix would be in Chillicothe, Ohio?
Anyway, Naomi said Jimi
What's
Hendrix.
Lee's last name?
Lassen.
Lassen?
Yeah, Lassen.
Like lasso?
Lassen.
What is that?
Or if my mother is saying it, Las as in Sam, S as in Sam, En. I don't know why she always says it as in Sam, like
Sam I am.
Okay,
so what is that? Is that Irish?
Lassen? Oh, I don't know. My mom's from frickin' where's my mom from? Hold on, guys. My mom's from Texas. My dad's from Arizona.
And they both willingly chose to come here.
Yeah, I don't get it. Trust me. I wish
Arizona's
I did.
such a cool state just because of its name. I think Arizona's the best named state. Maybe like Columbia.
That's not a state.
That would be a good state if it was. Columbia is a country, but that would also be good. No, it's not.
No.
Columbia?
Hold
yes.
Up. Yeah. Okay.
Colombia is a country. It's a country right below Central America.
Yeah.
Bogota. Bogota is the capital of Colombia. I know that. Colombia is a country. So there was like a little Spanish song I did where you sang the capital. And then
you actually do have that right.
Yeah, Bogota, Colombia.
Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about last names.
Last names. Stating that I didn't know Tashon's last name. I almost said Jimi Hendrix again. I'm so sorry. And then we got into Jimi Hendrix. I need to look up stuff about him.
Mine.
Yours is Pitts. Is it an S? Isn't that not your last name?
What's Athena? I don't know.
Manus.
Manus? You don't have
like
it right
Mantis,
in the system.
like
then.
the praying one.
Mm-hmm.
love
On my
praying
birth
mantises.
certificate, it says Athena Marie Manus, but by law, my last name. Well, I was adopted for my dad too, so I could carry the Pitts last name.
Mm-hmm.
So
You got it. Has it swapped legally?
I have it hyphenated.
Mm.
So my whole name is
hyphenated
Athena
name's
Marie
so
Manus
cool.
hyphenated Pitts.
You're a Manus Pitts.
Yeah.
The face you just made.
I have 2 maiden names, bro.
It's kind of cool.
No, it's not.
I think so.
My brother's got 2 middle names, but I got 2 last names.
Honestly, 2 middle names is better than no middle name. I think not having a middle name is kind of weird.
Yeah,
Respectfully,
My dad doesn't have a middle name.
My best
That's
friend
kinda
doesn't have
weird.
one.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah. Because usually, like, middle names are
Just
done for passing down type stuff. Like, they're usually reused throughout family or in, like, memoir
Mine
of
wasn't.
other people.
Mine was because of the Bible.
What?
From the
Joseph.
Bible.
Mm.
I don't know anything about him. He's
The
kind of
devil
irrelevant.
from the Bible. Please tell me you guys know that.
What?
Because I'm actually the devil from the Bible. It's a
From a
specific.
butt?
What? There's a specific audio thing that was done, and it literally, like, that's what it, like.
Well, where's
it
the
just
devil
says.
that's not from the Bible?
Well, I mean, there's a variety of different devil-like figures in different, not medias, different religions or beliefs. Shoot.
Man, I was watching a documentary about the Satanic Panic. That was crazy. You don't know what that is?
What is it exactly? Give me a
During
vague
the
thing.
1980s, there was like, I can't really say a lot of it. There was like a huge panic that there were like satanic worshippers that were doing very bad things to children and eating them and stuff.
Mm.
And like none of it was real, but a lot of people went to prison. Like it was specifically targeting like child care facilities, and, like daycare, and there was one. It was this guy got sentenced to prison for like 17 years, and then it comes out the woman who accused him of doing all this satanic, horrible crap to children was schizophrenic.
Mm.
And literally in the report that charged him said that she saw him flying.
And
he
they still
yeah.
threw
That
him
it was
in.
such like they were so paranoid during that.
Wow. That's crazy. I didn't know about that at all. Most times when it's documentaries about like satanic based stuff, it's usually going into Salem witch trials and everything.
I don't get that why that was ever so popular. Like only a couple hundred women died in that. And like Europe, they hung thousands of women for stuff like that.
It became the most publicized and brutal one
I know,
of
it was not the
every.
most
No, I'm
brutal.
talking like everybody was accusing everyone, and also you have to go into the fact that the Crucible was made, and that influenced a huge
But
popularity.
they're not like I don't think they were as crazy as everybody. Like they
But I believe it's also the origin place of like first documented based things of witch trials. So I think
I
it's
also
historical
read
value
a
as
thing
well.
about like the origins of like witches and how like all cultures have like a certain type of witch figure because of like and why it was so popular in the Americas because they were a lot of times alone in like small communities in the middle of the woods around like natives that could also like influence their paranoia.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it's really neat seeing all of the differences in religions from a standpoint of I don't believe in one set religion. And I think it's really neat seeing a ton of different like
What do you
ways
mean?
that they work. So like if you're without a bias, I guess, because I'm not say most popular religion commonly or at least here in America and everything
Islam.
is Christianity.
Yeah, that too.
But say I'm a Christian in America and you're trying to explain to me your religion or just a religion that you like or something about it is someone is going to explain to me a religion.
Mm-hmm.
Since I already have set beliefs, there's going to be something that at least from what I've noticed that most people will have bias towards their own and not be willing to openly see another religion. Some people are. Some people are great about it and are willing to, but there's also a lot of people that aren't. So
I think a lot of the
it's-
core things in most religions are like you don't
well, yeah,
ever
but
question like and listen to other religions.
well, yes, but it also people are sometimes not the wisest, and they will like actually bash people for believing things differently.
But I mean that's part of a lot of religions. Like that's their own thing. isn't
Well,
it?
not openly berating somebody. Thank you for resting your head so gracefully on the microphone. I'm not gonna lie. Yay. You know those dogs where they go up and just like lay their head on things? That's what you just looked like laying your head on the microphone.
Roof.
Wild. But like with different like people and religions and stuff, some people will actually bash and get mad at people for believing things different than them. And in a lot of things, it's like respect people. So I feel like for me personally, since I don't have any set religion at all, I think it's very neat to look at all types
Would you
of
ever
different
be
religion.
open into believing your religion
I mean,
without proof?
yeah. I mean, I grew up Catholic. I was raised in a Catholic church. Yeah,
That's
just-
crazy. That's like a minority here. It's a majority in Europe. Yes, Catholic is a minority here. Most people here are Protestant. They don't believe in the
Protestant?
Pope. Protestant, however you say it. They don't believe in the Pope.
Well, I'm not talking specifically that. I'm talking believing in like God, Jesus, Holy Trinity type
Christian.
stuff. Christian.
Ca-
Yes.
Catholicism.
Catholicism is different than being Catholic. Catholic is
no,
being
that's,
Christian.
That's the same thing.
Catholic means okay. That's talking.
Catholic is old Christianity. They believe in the Pope. We believe in the new. Most of the U.S. believes in the new one that doesn't believe in the Pope.
So, okay, hold on.
It's Christianity, and then below that is Protestant, and then Catholic.
Okay, so being
then all the other
Catholic
ones.
is believing in the church in general.
Yeah, believing in the
Okay,
Catholic
and
Church.
going to church and everything. So do
Oh, no,
Protestants
all of
not go?
Protestants go to church. Yeah, they just don't believe in the Pope. There's almost all Christians in the U.S. are Protestant. It's like 10% that are Catholic, I think.
Okay, the entire time I've been meaning to say just believing in Christianity then. That specific, not Protestant or Catholic. The two differences. I had like family and
But
stuff that was
which one
raised
did
in,
you grow up in? Did you believe in like the Pope, or you
I-
don't really know?
I don't really know. I was raised being
Did you
called
baptize?
yes, I am. And I had my first Holy Communion and I'm confirmed in the church.
I have
I'm
no
not
idea
too
what that
happy with
means.
it. It basically means it's the thing you have to do in terms of most things
You
in
drink
order
his
to
blood
get
and his flesh. And his...
being confirmed means
I
you're able
know,
to get
so-
married. You're not supposed to get married through the Catholic Church if you're not confirmed. Like it's a whole process. You're born, you're baptized, you have your first Holy Communion, which means your first communion. And then you have confirmation, which confirms you as a person of the church, and then you have wedding and death. That's literally like
So
the
what was your
six
church
things.
called?
I went to St. Peter's Church.
What's it called? Like St. Peter's Catholic Church or St. Peter's something church?
Possibly. I'm not sure. I never went to church frequently. It was more so I was raised as a quote unquote cafeteria Catholic, which means it was a term made up in my own household where you pick and choose basically. There's a lot of good teachings in the Bible, but there's also a lot of things that have been so skewed that you kind of pick and choose like you're at a cafeteria getting lunch. It's the way that I was kind of brought up. Like, you don't have to believe everything. Not anything in that Bible is 100% set in stone, which I know, like, if everybody lives by the words of the Bible, that's fine. But it's not how I was raised on it, especially considering I also had
If everyone
family in
lived
Roman
by the words of
Catholic
the
Church.
Bible, we'd have slavery.
There'd also be a lot of wrongdoings.
And the world is going to be ending soon. That'd be scary.
But
Rapture? You know about the rapture? Do you not know what that is?
hold on.
It's like I think it's a sect of like Christians that they believe that there's going to be a rapture and all the souls are going to go up to heaven, and if you sinned and you didn't pray to God, you're going to be left here, and the devils are going to invade or something.
I don't think so. I don't think I've specifically heard of people believing in that.
You've never heard of the rapture?
Although also you have to remember that I grew up being like my family was dead set on me going into this church and going through the process of being confirmed in the church. And I didn't have any enjoyment or proper belief. And I was more so appeasing them. So I don't remember much of the actual things. I remember lessons that I've learned from it, but
I remember I
not
never
actual
went
teachings.
to church, but like when I was like 10 or 9, I used to pray to God like randomly. Like I thought he was just like a little guy that could help me with stuff. So
Mhm.
like I would like pray that I'd get a good grade on a test or something. But
Yeah.
I didn't even know anything about God. 'Cause I went to church one time in like Sunday school. I remember it being really boring. I was like 7 years old.
Yeah, it's
But I
definitely
just
a long
like
thing.
I thought that was a thing that people did. Like I didn't realize you couldn't be Christian. 'Cause my mom, she just never talked about it.
Mhm.
So at school, everyone was like Christian. So I just thought that was like a thing that everyone was.
Mhm.
So I would just pray to God, even though I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, I went to a Catholic school and we'd pray every morning along with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I hate doing the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem. I think it's not. I don't know. Never mind.
I mean, I don't have many issues with it, but people like getting mad at you if you don't do it right is kind of crazy.
I just don't want to do it.
Understandable. I don't really.
I don't do it.
You just never at all.
I'll stand up, but like the same thing when like they'll do like a prayer and people bow their heads like when someone dies or something. Like I like I'll be silent. And stuff,
Moment of
but, like,
silence, yeah, but
I'm not gonna
actual let us
my
bow
head
in
and
prayer.
close my eyes.
Mhm. I've had people get mad at me when, like, since I had, like, physical stuff and everything for not standing during the Pledge of Allegiance and everything. Like, got up in my face and stuff, though,
I mean,
because I
that
didn't
was
stand for it.
illegal like since a couple years ago.
It was illegal to not stand.
It wasn't illegal, but it was like the thing like you could get kicked out of school until a couple years ago. Like you could
Really?
you get sent to the principals, yeah, and they banned in like 2019 or 2020.
That's crazy
It
to
was
me.
like, yeah,
That's wild. I had somebody just like
that's
get up
why
in my
they
face
stopped
from it
playing it in 7th or 8th grade.
because people wouldn't stand up for it.
No, because there was some law about it. I don't know, but they all stopped playing it in the morning.
I know that, but I figured they still do it in middle school. They stop at high school.
They still do it in the middle school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They didn't do it in 8th
On
grade.
I've edited middle school announcements and everything, and I've seen them do the stand and Pledge of Allegiance and everything. I think that they stop it at like maybe even middle school sometimes. Middle school, high school, they stop it maybe. I don't know
I know
exact
it stopped
reasoning,
in
but
8th grade.
yeah, then it probably swaps once it goes to high school because I did it all the way up until 8th grade. But I also went to yet again a Catholic school, so it could be different than public schools.
Is a Catholic school here or somewhere else?
Yeah, Bishop Leger.
Oh, that one.
Mhm.
They have middle school. I thought it was just
It
1
is
to 6.
pre-K, possibly preschool, maybe. I don't know if they have a preschool now, but it's at least pre-K through 8th, and they are possibly planning on making a high school.
Did you like going there?
I liked it for the teachers and everything. I think
Did they
that the
teach
people there
about
are
like
lovely.
evolution?
Evolution?
Yeah.
What exactly do you mean?
Like, did they tell you about it?
We learned all the normal things. We just had an extra class where it was like it was literally religion. It was a religion class.
I mean, like, since evolution goes against the Bible, like, did they teach that?
I mean, I think what year did you learn elementary? What year did you learn about evolution, do you think?
Like, 4th, 3rd.
Because I don't think that we learned about human evolution.
Did they ever talk about dinosaurs?
I think so. It was or possibly. I know we had like a science class and
The Big
everything.
Bang?
And
Was that ever mentioned?
that I think is not. Yeah, we did. We had a whole thing, and it was in 7th or 8th grade. But that's because even though it was a Catholic school, they can't not teach the criteria, like the state criteria or state. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The criteria
Yeah.
that's needed to be taught and everything. So, yeah. It wasn't
Did you
too
have
much different.
you have uniforms there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that fun?
No.
Yeah, seems horrible.
They didn't allow any of the girls to even wear pants until like one of the last few years I was there. You had to wear plaid and navy blue. And that was basically all you got. Or when you got to the higher up grades, you could wear light blue shirts. They were all polos. And you could wear khaki.
Whoa.
How fun. You always had to have a belt on, and if you didn't, you'd get dress coded on your pants. Like, you couldn't wear your pants without a belt. You couldn't wear your skirt without a belt sometimes. And I mean, I love the school, but the dress code was kind of wild. You also could not wear open-toe shoes. You had to have, you couldn't wear no-show socks. Like, you had to
You
visibly
couldn't
see
wear
socks.
pajamas and a hoodie.
I mean, literally only on the, like, twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, that people, like, that we got dress down days, which were, like, a treat for everyone because everyone got to dress in their own clothes. But you could only wear what was uniform provided and everything.
Was there anything that's like shocked you here?